Good morning. I'm sitting out here by the greenhouse because that's where I can talk freely, not worry about her finding me and wondering what I'm talking about. So anyway, I just wanted to share some thoughts today about communication. And in the past year that we've had my mother-in-law, Mo, living with us, we have gone through some different trials and learned some things along the way that I thought might be helpful to share today. Mostly about what to share, how much to share, when to share it, and when to be comfortable lying. So, when she first moved in with us, I felt like the more information we could give her, the better. And the more she would feel grounded and have a sense of, okay, I know what's happening today and I know what to anticipate and I won't be surprised and I'll have something to look forward to. So I had a chalkboard on the wall that would talk about when we're going to run errands and if we were going to hear music that night and when we were going to walk the dog. And I do think it worked initially. But then it became a distraction and a stressor because she would not remember the things that we had already done. And so wondering when we were going to walk the dog when we already had, and he's fine getting 2 walks, but and then also trying to anticipate when are we going to go hear music and where is it and what do I need to wear and do I have a ticket and do I need to take my purse, and it just became apparent that it was having the opposite effect, that it was stressing her out and giving her something to start to spin on. So we got rid of that and just sort of shifted into more of letting her know with enough warning that something was going to happen, that we're going to be leaving in 30 minutes, we're going to go do such and such, and that would give her time to get dressed and put on some lotion or change her shoes or whatever she felt like she needed to do. And so even if it's something that she would look forward to, having too much advance warning made it so that it was stressful and not fun. And so the surprise, oh, we're going to go do that, great, that's exciting, seemed to work better. So that was a shift that we had to make, and we're, as with all of this, continuing to evolve and try things and shift and see what happens. Especially if it's something that's down the road. We're going to go to the beach in a month. Nope, there's no reason to mention any of that because it's too far away, and she'll just spin. Wait, when are we going? When are we going? Is it on my calendar? And do I need to, tell someone to take care of the dog? And right, it's our dog, but sometimes it's her dog, and she gets stressed about who's going to take care of it and all that. So, and then, yeah, so along with not sharing all the information, also comes lying and getting comfortable with withholding information or twisting the information, right? So 2 days a week she goes to the Sunshine Club, which is a tremendous day center for people with dementia, and it's amazing and she loves it, and it's a great break for us. It's really engaging and fun for her. If we were to tell her in the morning, oh, today's the day you're going to Sunshine Club, she would, wait, where is it? And do I have to go all day? And have I been there? And just all these questions, and she would be really stressed. So we always tell her, we're just going to go run some errands. And then we get in the car and we start driving and we pull into the parking lot of Sunshine Club. And then I say, oh, today you're going to the Sunshine Club today. And remember, you love it. And I'll be here to pick you up at the end of the day. And the last time I picked you up, you told me how wonderful everybody was. And just like, oh, like rip the Band-Aid off. And she walks in and they embrace her and away she goes. So not telling her in advance. And then sometimes we leave and we go on vacation without her. And that's an important, really important thing for us to do. Just take care of ourselves, and it makes this whole experience much more sustainable for all of us. So how to navigate those transitions of when someone's going to come stay with her. And when do we give her that advance warning? None. because that disturbance in her routine is going to be really agitating. And so one time, our friend helped us just play it just perfectly. We were going to go for a week. Our friend was going to stay here with her, um, and that was going to work out great. But how do we find the way for that to work for Mo, right? And my friend said, what if I told her that my furnace was broken and that I needed a place to stay, and could I, and so she agreed to let me stay with her. And I was like, God, that's brilliant. Let's try it. So the next day, it was a couple days before we were going to leave, Mo and I were walking the dog, and I said, hey, you know what, Mo, my friend was just telling me about her furnace. It's broken, and it's cold outside, it's winter still, and she said, why doesn't she stay with us? I was like, whoa, that's such a great idea. Maybe let's call her now, and you could share that idea with her. And so we did, and so she got to own it. And it's not always going to work that beautifully, but this time, boy, it was smooth, and she was the one in control. It was her idea, and she really got to own it, and it worked wonderfully. So we left, had the note. Todd and Stacy are gone for. We went to Bonaire in the Caribbean, and the note said, Todd and Stacy are at the beach for a couple days, right? Again, not in Bonaire, not a week, too far, too long, at the beach. Not a lie. We were at a beach. Couple of days, that's a lie. But it's okay, right? If she knows that it's 7 days from now, that's stressful. And Jen was able to just sort of navigate that each day, and did a wonderful job sort of threading that needle the whole time, and it worked really, really well. Other things that we lie about are, like just basically anything that involves future planning, anything that involves us leaving her, even if it's for a night. We leave notes a lot for her. I have a stack of notes that are just sort of pre-written that I sift through and find the one that's most relevant. Again, at the beginning, we would write a note. Here's the time that we left. Here's exactly where we are. Here's the time that we're going to be back. And sometimes that time period was too long and it was going to be stressful for her. So now the notes are much more vague. Todd is running an errand. He'll be home soon. If we want to go out just for dinner, just the two of us for a date night, our note will say something like, Todd and Stacy are visiting a friend who was sick. We'll be home soon, right? Anything where it makes her feel like, oh yeah, me not being there, me not participating in that makes sense. Her world gets smaller and smaller, and her need to be the center of that world, that need is growing greater and greater, and it's a challenge, right? It's very much like a little kid who's like, look at me too, and yet she's a grown adult, and so navigating when she's not the center of attention can be tricky. So those are some of the things that we've learned. I'm sure you all have many other pearls of wisdom that you could share below in the comments. I look forward to learning from each other, supporting each other, and I hope you have a wonderful day.